If you saw one of these tweets in your feed, you might think they're authentic, right? Well, according to Cyabra, an Israeli-based social analysis firm, they might not be. According to them, these tweets are part of a larger network of fake accounts that has been operating on Twitter for the better part of a year, attacking Republicans and Democrats alike, and praising former President Trump.
I was shocked that, we're almost 2 years away from the election, but that they're already active and kind of gaining traction online. What I found was so interesting about this bot farm that it understood the nuances of the division within the Republican Party, and it was exploiting that online.
With the 2024 elections looming, we looked into how bots can potentially shift our online conversations and influence public perception. Bot. It stands for robot. It's essentially an automated software used to perform tasks online.
There's hundreds of thousands, if not millions and millions of bots that are out there built to collect data and collate it and analyze it. But bots can also be used to automate social media profiles.
This is Sam Woolley. He leads the Propaganda Research Lab at UT Austin and co-authored a book on bots.
Bots are infrastructural to social media platforms, and not all bots on social media are bad.
As Sam points out, some bots can be helpful, but others, not so much. In fact, some bots are created to manipulate public opinion.
So I'm Jules Gross. I work at Cyabra, and I'm a solutions engineer there, which means I help them use the platform and uncover bots and see what they're spreading online.
Cyabra, they're an organization that helps people and companies uncover social media threats in real time. They told us they have their own proprietary technology to track bots online. And Jules says she used those tools to uncover a cluster of inauthentic accounts operating on Twitter.
There really are multiple types of inauthentic profiles online. And what that means is I'm Jules, but I could say I'm Peter and I'm a 52-year-old male online from Kansas. And that is what we call an avatar, which is someone real pretending to be someone else. But then there's also bots, which is an automated behavior of me creating multiple, maybe tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of profiles that post content in an automated way to then manipulate the conversation online without a real human creating that content on a day-to-day basis.
Jules says she was scanning social media conversations around prominent American politicians when she noticed a number of fake profiles on Twitter, all created on 3 separate dates in 2022.
That means that someone was assigned the task of creating these bots, and they sat down at their computer that day and created hundreds, if not thousands, of profiles that day, and then assigned them to all promote the same content online.
And for the past 11 months or so, Jules says she found these profiles praising former President Trump and mocking politicians on both sides of the aisle.
This was a very advanced bot farm because if you look at their posts, they're spreading the same ideology, but they're not saying the exact same wording and they're not retweeting the exact same post.
According to Cyabra, these accounts also targeted Trump's potential political rivals, like former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, who announced she would run for president in February 2023.
And what I found was that in the week before she announced, there were about 2% fake profiles discussing Nikki Haley online. And that after she announced, it went up to about 40%. And it just goes to show that the moment there is another rival on the political stage, these bots then can move and start swarming that candidate as well.
Haley hasn't been the only target, though. These inauthentic accounts are also suggesting Ron DeSantis not run for president, but instead the Florida governor should consider being Trump's running mate.
Bots are oftentimes used to amplify and scale attacks against people, to silence them, to push them to be seen in a particular light by others, to get other organizations to pick up the information or report upon it as if it's fact.
DeSantis has not yet announced a bid, but rumors have been circulating online for a few months. Jules says that once she filtered out inauthentic posts, the nature of the conversation online shifted.
And it shows just how likely it is that the conversations on social media surrounding the 2024 presidential election will be controlled and will be full of not just disinformation or misinformation, but also harassment, disenfranchising content, and all other sorts of forms of misleading information.
Cyabra says the network of bots is still operating on Twitter and has recently been busy tweeting about Senator John Fetterman. But they say they don't know who is behind these inauthentic accounts. Although these bot networks are getting more nuanced and complex with AI in the mix, Sam has one important tip for us as we scroll through our feeds.
I would say you should look out for sensational content that seems to be driven by groundswells of support on social media. One of the things that we're talking about is that the fundamental premise of virality on social media, of popularity on social media, is easily undermined at times by bots and by sock puppets. And so don't look to popularity on social media as an indication of truth.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.